Yo everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a recap of the EMEA Majors that I played in a few weeks ago. A little bit late, but it happens. But yeah, today I will be reacting to the game versus Mada, and then I will be talking about the other games, but I figured not to react to all of the games because they weren't as good, and also it would take way too long. Mainly that. Before we start, I must also announce that I'm doing a 5K sub Q&A. So there's a link to the Discord in the description if you'd like to submit questions. There's a channel called 5K sub Q&A or something like that. So yeah, make sure to check that out if you have any questions, and then I'll have a video answering the questions coming out in the next week or so. And then yeah, I will also talk about the World Cup bracket because I think we're almost certain of what the bracket will be. So we'll see how that looks like now after the majors and open majors and wildcards have taken place. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the game versus Mada. I'll be playing it on, I guess, I don't know if I should do 2x or not, but yeah, I guess we'll do 1.5, I guess. I'm not too sure how long the game will take, but yeah. We get Kenya here to start off with, and Mada obviously very strong moving player, so going into the moving game, I was a little bit concerned, but in my head I was like, okay, I feel good about no move, so even if I lose the moving, it's not over. But yeah, so I think we get Lodwar on one of these signs here. It's kind of hard to read on the screen, and my brain was lagging and forgot where Lodwar was, but then I realized where Lodwar was. And then yeah, these places it's a very weird sign. So I couldn't really find the places, but I assume we were just somewhere up here. Because I don't think we were actually on the A1. Or wait, no, we were. We were like joining it, but I thought it was like some unpaved road. But yeah, I think he goes the other side of Kakuma because Kakuma was like southwest of us or something, or something. But yeah. Then we get a Senegal around here. I trying to remember what happened in this round. I don't know if I got a town name or anything, but it ended up being quite surprisingly east. So yeah, you'll see. Yeah, Kadira is the town, and it's actually pretty findable, like max east. But I mean, neither of us scanned east. I just scanned the western pocket of the country. He's moving more than me, not doing as much scanning, but yeah. I briefly scanned the north road, but I was like, probably not. And then the angle on the north road doesn't exist further east, so yeah. And I briefly looked almost towards it there at the end, but it's actually pretty big. I've probably heard of it before, but yeah, you can see me seeing my Gracie Abrams here. But yeah, I'll skip the. Oh, we've got an ad. My apologies. Okay, I'll skip the them hovering or talking about the location before it comes up. But we have Greece here. We've got like a bay thing. I probably should have just started scanning for the bay instantly. But I figured I'd try and look for place names of sorts. But yeah, I don't think I ended up finding anything. But yeah, I don't know Greece phone codes, but I probably should learn them, or I will be learning them soon, allegedly. I think I might have had something on that, but what do I have on this? Something. Yeah, I don't know. I think the top thing might be something, but I'm not sure. He's got a bin there, but I did not have a bin. But yeah, just start scanning with the remaining 15 seconds because it's a pretty findable bay. But yeah, I didn't really like the one I was in, but yeah, I'm just clicking a few things. And I was towards roads. I think he had a roads area code or something, but it was like max northwest within the area code, so it was fine for me. But yeah, next round here is Japan, I think, with the low cam. And Japan and moving is like, okay, you find a pole and then you guess based off of the pole. Or else you can find like, a kilometer marker or something. Don't know where those places were. And then I have some more prefectural roads. I think there's nothing on that. But I just look at a pole and then I'm like, okay, it's a Shikoku pole. I think he got better info based off of where he's scanning. What info did he get out of curiosity? Or did he just recognize one? Oh, I guess he just recognized the place name. Or did it say Morica? Wait. I guess it did, if he's scanning for it. Yeah, it says Morica. Oops, did not realize that I said Morica. I just assumed like the prefectural roads were like tiny places. So I didn't even try and think if they were. actual places or not. But yeah, I ended up not like I don't think I even read Maroika. And then yeah, I just end up accidentally clicking it based off of the mountains and stuff. Um, but yeah, I was like the mountains look like the Western Iwate Mountains, so I clicked there without having the info that he had. But yeah, it was a good guess nonetheless. Then we get an Indonesia round. Of course, I knew Cameron patterns going into this, so I wasn't as scared as I usually would be. But I wasn't too happy either because I'm not too good at finding info in Indo. But as you can see, he finds it before me. But I have Kendari written on that as well. So then, yeah, I click Kendari. I try and line something up, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything by trying to line it up. But yeah, a pretty even game here so far. Get to round 6, which is a Sweden round. This is an interesting round. You'll see what I mean in a second. So kind of rural, like doesn't feel like there's gonna be too much info. He sees like a bike path thing but moves on from it. I just full send going southwest because it looks like there's a town that way. Oh no, I turn around actually, never mind. Then I try multiple directions. And then we have on this. So we have Pitya on this. Let me go back frame by frame. So we have Pitya on this, which it's like you see you see a bike path with a name, you're like, okay, it's probably not gonna be something. But I'm like, Pitya. Like you can see my face, I'm like, this is actually Pitya. And I struggled to find it for a second, but then I remember I don't intersend because I'm like, is this the actual Pattaya? And I start like looking near Pattaya for the other places. But it says Pattaya on this one as well. I think that says Pattaya anyway. But yeah, it was a bit like I was a bit confused, but I do get the win off of that. Which I was happy with, but it was like I wasn't I don't know, it was a bit weird because like you just don't expect to find a massive city on a bike path, I guess. But yeah, we do get the win there. I was happy to get the moving game win because, as I said, I felt better going into the no moves than the moving. So yeah. What round was this? Wait, I have zero recollection of this round. What? Where was this again? I think it was Mexico, right? Oh yeah, this round. I was like the palms like low-key looked like north, but like I was like where north looks like this. And I just end up hedging absolutely everything, which was not the best idea maybe, but yeah, his guess is like objectively better than mine, like significantly, but yeah, my guess was not too far away distance-wise from his, so it was fine. Also, I just realized my camera is like a little bit like cropped out. Alright, it's fine. You can't see my chin, I guess, but it's fine. I'll sit back. But yeah, it was the upper match, right, which the palms make sense for, but yeah, I ended up doing 600 points of damage, which isn't really deserved because like his climate is better probably. But I just clicked to the lake because I was like, okay, weird palms, but it doesn't feel northern. But I probably should have sent north with the palms, of course. But yeah, it's fine. Then we have a Brazil round here. We have sports on the pole, so probably not thinking too far north. But yeah, it was a very interesting Brazil round. So I kind of thought like my first thought was Prana. I was like, okay, this is like tea or coffee or something. So then with that, I was like, okay, Minas, I guess, makes the most sense. I guess you go Southwest Minas. But I was definitely like, why does this look oddly Piranin? Piraninian? I don't know how it would be said. But yeah, I think I end up clicking pretty far Southwest in Minas, like slightly hedging for Piranha. But also, like, I think this is where you'd get these kind of crops in Minas, was my thought process. And we had a trident pull as well, which I thought that's good for Piranha, but yeah, I end up going pretty far southwest in Minas, so I end up doing another 300 points of damage, so we'll take it. But neither of us having too good a guesses there. I think could have been, a good 3,000 points if one of us was close. Then we have a Taiwan round here. Probably should have been able to 5k this, but did not, unfortunately. But yeah, you'll see. So just Taiwan. We have wind turbines. Like I thought the hills were like, okay, maybe it's Shinchu County adjacent with the hills. But I was just spending my time trying to read what the place was, and it was like, it looks like it's like a 6 or 7 letter word beginning with T. Like you can see, I instantly click oh, we've got another ad. I click the Hirsinchu area, but like or Miaoli Hills rather, not Hirsinchu. Wait, I mean they're next to each other, right? But yeah, I'm like thinking like, what could the place name be, and what could the road number be? I'm looking at Taichung as like a place name, But I'm like, okay, what if it's Tainan? But I mean, it's this is never Tainan. I don't know why. Like, I just left it, like, I basically clicked the 5K instantly. I don't know why I didn't check where I clicked for the 5K. I just like say, what if it's Tainan or something? Yeah, it was Meowly, which is, I'm pretty sure, like, the first thing I clicked was Meowly label, because it just looked like Meowly, but, yeah, I've, mocked it a little bit. Definitely should have found that, but, it's fine. Okay, then we get Spirit of Santo Mountains, which, you know, is never going to be too many points, because we're both going to get it. We have Coffee on this round as well. It's Gen 3, which, yeah, I'm not really sure if that's more north or more south or anything, but, yeah. I was low-key thinking, like, it feels slightly more north, but, yeah, I don't know what I did. Yeah, it was more north, but I think I think there was, like, some palm or something that made me think more north. I forget why I thought it was more north, but it was actually in Bahia there. But, yeah, I did another bit of chip damage there, which was good. Oh, then we got an Ireland round, which annoyed me. You'll see why. Yeah, so we start off in Ireland here. Or not start off in Ireland here. We load into an Ireland round here. And we've got like a mountain north of us and like a ridge east of us. Or what was it? It's like a mountain northeast of us. And like I was like low-key thinking like, what if it's downtown like North Kerry Limerick border with like the ridge. I need to pull up Geoguessr after. I forgot to open it before starting, but I'll pull it up now. Okay, Geoguessr is up. Yeah, we were like here somewhere basically. I was like, okay, what if it's like these hills in like North Kerry basically? Towards the Limerick border where it kind of stops as well. But yeah, because we had like pretty sizable hills east of us. I was like, okay, what if this is to our east? But I ended up clicking like just somewhere in the middle because there was hills here. But I definitely considered it. But I forgot to pause. Oops. Did we miss a round or no? No, we just missed the start of the New Zealand round, which wasn't too interesting anyway. But I think we see coast, I think, if unless I imagined it. Like I'm trying to see if that's coast to our south. Yeah, I think it is. But based off of where he guessed, I don't know if he thought it was coast or not, but yeah. I started scanning for coast here near Dunedin here. But I'm like looking at something like across the water. I'm like, okay, could that be some island or something? But I wasn't really sure where it would be. Yeah, it was further up the coast, unfortunately. He doesn't click on the coast, but it's closer. Yeah, I kind of mislanded up, but another 1,000 points. And then this round, oh my, this round, yeah. It's like, the season looked wrong for what it looked like, but like the trees just looked so like Burabay, Shuchinsk area, was my thought process. Like the month just looked more October than August, or September. Like you can see, yeah, you can see it. Mada's thinking about it as well to send more east, but I just started lining up here instead. But I was like, why is the month looking like this when we have this many trees? But yeah, definitely could have lost the game on this if we both didn't send here. Yeah, you can see his reaction. Because he knew he could have won on that. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to send, I think, with the amount of trees that we had. If I guess like on a river or something more east, you could have that many trees. But yeah, we have a South African location here. Kind of interesting. It feels coastal vegetation, but it's very flat. So you're mainly thinking around West Cape as the most likely, or like towards Cape Town adjacent. But yeah, I try and start scanning for a road that lines up pretty soon. And he does the same, I assume. But my first thought was this area just with the topography, because we hills like south and like mainly southeast, I guess. So I was like, okay, so maybe something here works. But yeah, he's mainly thinking towards Geoguessr, I think, which also makes sense with the flatness. But I definitely thought the landscape kind of felt more West Cape, I guess, or more west with West Cape. Yeah, he's looking at George as well, which is another option. But yeah, I ended up committing like north of Cape Town, ends up being east of Cape Town. But I do a lot of points anyway, and good 2,200. Then next round here, okay, I need to unmute the commentary for this round. So this is gonna be like this was.
It's round 9.
Oh my god.
That was Geoguessr on Turkey.
Would you look at that? Beautiful. And you know what?
No.
I'm gonna predict an air point from Emma here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's see if it's gonna
Let's
happen.
see. How do the immediate reactions look? Nope,
I'm thinking about the air point. So I'll explain the lore. So the breakfast the previous morning, I'm trying to think who was there. I think me, Ziggy, Geoguessr, Rory, Captain, some other people anyway. It was like a lot of people had already left but we were discussing if I was to get a turkey round, then I was going to air point to like, you know, throw or pay homage to the Bag versus Dallin Rondo, where he said where the question was name a World League player, or it was like World League player beginning with G, and then Bag says Gelotris and points in the air like that. Even though Gelotris is obviously not a World League participant. But yeah, I was paying homage to that. But I do it when like the round comes up, even though my guess is pretty bad. I still thought it was quite funny to do. So we'll hear Gelotris' reaction.
Towards the west.
I don't think it's.
He didn't like my guess, but
And it was even further
There's the
west.
finger point. Thank you very much, Ripper.
yeah. So that was that. I was happy with that. That was the goal. Win or lose, I just wanted to get a turkey round to air point with. That's what the real prize was. So yeah, it was nice to be able to get that done. And then we get Indonesia on round 10. It was not the country I was looking for, unfortunately. Okay, we have another ad. Monday.com. Okay. Then this round is Indonesia, as I said, but the poll is like kind of weird because like it looked like North Sumatra, like it looked like West Coast North Sumatra, but like it just wasn't a North Sumatra poll. So I was just like, okay, what do I send? He's immediately into Bengkulu, which probably is a better guess than what I end up sending, to be honest. But I'm just like looking at the poll. I'm just like, okay, it's not a North Sumatra poll, but it looks like coastal North Sumatra. So I guess I'm just gonna click Riau. But like, I don't know. My guess is kind of troll. But yeah, it ends up being Aceh, which is why the poll was weird. I guess. But yeah, kind of hard to think about. But yeah, I definitely, in hindsight, maybe should have still sent coastal North Sumatra with the poll. But yeah, 2-0 lead. Was happy with that. Then we get into another moving duel. And as I said before, Mada very strong on moving, so always, you know, always not going to feel as good in the moving as the no move. And this round, bro, this round was like, we both mocked this round completely. It says Campbell River, which is like a massive place. And I'm like, okay, I've so heard of this. But I'm just like, where is it? Because I just don't see it. We're both scanning like the same area. And like, none of us are finding it. Like, we both know we've heard of it. But like, we're just like, where is it? And yeah, let's just say it's on Vancouver Island, and it's kind of hard to scan Vancouver Island on this location. And then I like look at it, I see the road number, and I'm like, oh, it's Vancouver Island. But I was not expecting this at all because of how like big the mountain was or whatever. But yeah, I ended up seeing the 5K then. But yeah, with a lot of points for round 1. Unfortunately, it was not later on, of course. But yeah, I mean, I was mocking it by not like it was so familiar. I just like I was expecting it to be massive when I zoomed in. And, like it was on my screen, but I just wasn't looking towards BC or towards Vancouver Island within BC, I should say. But yeah, next round was a Peru location. And did I? Wait, okay. How is his direction the better direction here then? Like, I don't know, I'm going straight into a town. Like, he leaves the town and just gets the 5K. But yeah, kind of tough. But I assume he assumes that I saw it as well. But I did not, unfortunately. But yeah. I don't know, I probably missed a province name, because I don't know the Peruvian provinces at this current moment in time, but he has it written Provincia de something. So I think a Purimac or something he had, but yeah. I definitely, I don't know, like, I didn't even try and turn. I probably should have still turned around, but I was like, okay, there's a town in front of me. I'm going to go into the town. You know, that was like my thought process, and I thought that was sound logic, but apparently it was not. But it happens, but yeah, he has the province there, so it's a lot of points. About a little bit less damage than I would have done round 1 if we had the same multipliers, but yeah. We then get an India location with some mountains here. And yeah, India, not my favorite moving country. I don't really know much, you know, in terms of place names and what's it called, just in general. I can read and guess it fine, but don't really know what info to be getting. But yeah, I think it's this round. Wait, I just remembered this round. Yeah, so I got like a national highway number. So it says Government of Manipur, but I just read this first, National Highway 37. So I'm like, okay, I can definitely find the National Highway 37. But yeah, this is the what's it called? The not knowing Manipur incident. But yeah, kind of I don't know, it's like end of coverage, kind of like, I mean, I hit end of coverage, so I probably could have realized that it made sense. but it was end of coverage, which it's like most of the coverage near Infal is like downtown, and it's like the flat section basically. So then it's just like, I just didn't really think of it, even though I probably should have thought of it. Yeah, we have some like islands, or we've got Torcholma across the ferry, so we assume we're close to a ferry. But it was Gen 3, so I honestly thought Gen 3 would only be the main island. But yeah, I was wrong in this assumption, as you're about to see. But yeah, we both ended up clicking main island of Holland here, but it ends up being, I think, Tisco, or like up here somewhere. Like more east, but I'm just confused as to where it is. But yeah, I think that's just Tisco there. But yeah, it was not too many points, but yeah, probably should have found that anyway. Then we get a Japan round here. And I think it was a coastal Hokkaido, which was the 20th coastal Hokkaido of the day, so I was very prepared. There was so much coastal Hokkaido, it was absurd. Like, I mean, basically, it felt like every game had a coastal Hokkaido location. But yeah, I just didn't send when I found the town. I didn't even click like where the water was east. I just like clicked the town that said, but rushed it a little bit, but it was fine. He really gets the 5k there, but yeah, only 111 points. Then next round was a Finland round. Okay, probably just cut because we got a very long ad. But yeah, didn't cut the other ones because it was 5 seconds. But yeah, we get a Finland round here. I full send east. We have Canas, which is something. And then, do I turn around? I'm trying to remember what happens. Yeah, he turns around. I don't turn around. I probably should have turned around, but I was like, okay, maybe Canas is findable. But yeah, when you go west, you just find the 5k. I definitely should have turned around. I don't know what I was doing here. But yeah, he's got pretty good info. So the info, I think it's his drone to the south for him. But yeah, I ended up clicking. I didn't find anything at all. Ended up clicking, basically the like, I don't know. My region guess was very good, so it doesn't matter that I missed the info. But yeah, I still lost a little bit of points due to not finding the info. But yeah, we get a Mexico round then. Which, yeah, not. I mean, I was scared that he'd know area codes and postcodes. And he immediately gets an area code and sends Cabo, which I did not find. But I was just looking at the landscape and was like, yeah, it looks like Cabo or La Paz, and I'm like, okay, water makes way more sense for Cabo, so I sent Cabo. But yeah, was happy with that. Then next round here, oh, this was bad. This was really bad. I mean, yeah, I definitely mocked this a little bit. I probably should have gotten this. But I don't know, just the size of the mountain just threw me off. My region guess was quite poor, but I have a town name there. I should probably just like insta-scan for the town name, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and leave the town and see if we get like direction signs to anything. But I was just scanning way too far west was my issue. But we couldn't actually like go to the exit of the town. So I think my strategy would have been good. Like if I could get to this sign or whatever, it's like and maybe it has something on the billboard. But yeah. So I feel like that's the strat in Arch, but okay, he has signs actually, so he exited the town to the other direction and got signs, which is kind of tough for me. But yeah, I probably should have just found this, but I don't really know where I'm clicking. I should have just scanned more central within Chubut, but it ends up being in there, and it was quite findable. I could have done 2,000 points of damage if I was, if I found the time, but yeah, Mada very happy with himself there. But yeah, I was feeling fine. I was like, okay, I just need to win one of the no move and NPC games, which I thought was definitely doable. And we get into round 1 here. Was this Norway or Sweden? I'm not sure. I'm leaning to it have been Norway, but yeah, it was a fairly uneventful round if I recall correctly. But yeah, I ended up clicking space blocking border initially, just making sure I got my guess down. Because, in no move, I feel like you should always get your marker down to your first slot, just in case you somehow miss the timer, in moving, like, it changes fast moving stuff, so it's not always the best idea, but in no move, I think it's fine to do, literally. But yeah, and we've got the yellow ring, which I thought fit Norway better than Sweden, and I ended up going slightly north, but yeah, you'll see where it is. It was this pocket. I mean, this pocket makes sense, but it's just hard to commit to it. But yeah, it was 400 points there, which we'll take. and then we get to a Kenya location, and pretty uneventful. Neither of us can really read this, I don't think, but it looks west. I mean, I'm scanning for something, but I just can't read it. So I'm like trying to character compare what is possible in my head, basically. Yeah, can't remember what I said, but yeah, it was something that sounded like a town name anyway, but was uncertain of where it was. But yeah, I briefly looked at Mount Kenya adjacent as well, but yeah, he doesn't even try to really scan for it. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna find this, but I was like, may as well try. Maybe I wasted some energy trying to scan for it, but yeah, ended up being between us. Yeah, not sure what the time name was, but yeah. Then this round was tough. Like, so in like the I think it was it the day before or was it the same day? Anyway, no, I think it was the same day. So earlier this day, like we were in like backstage area or like the the players lounge area, whatever they call it. And I was like, I wasn't playing with Mada, but like I was like I wasn't really playing, so I don't like playing before, but I was like sitting like behind people, like watching them play and like discussing rounds with them. But then we got like a round that vaguely looked like this, and we were like, okay, this looks like Central New South Wales, and we just set Central New South Wales, and it ended up being WA. So I think Mada Mada's like recency bias, yeah, Mada trusted the recency bias of like we had a lock that looked like this in WA, like a few hours ago, but even though we both thought it was New South Wales in practice, so it was just like we changed, he changed, but I was like I stuck with it, but yeah, I ended up getting very close there, but yeah, quite unfortunate. I feel like if we didn't have that incident in practice or like in warm-ups or whatever, then he would have just sent Central New South Wales again. And it would have continued to go further, but I mean, my guess was very close. I mean, he probably would have clicked somewhat close as well, but yeah, we would definitely had a longer than 3-round duel, which is kind of unfortunate for him, but that that's just the way it goes sometimes. You get something that you think is like familiar, but yeah, was unfortunate. But yeah, I guess that is the end of the reactions. I have my head nod here, and then we do an interview and shake hands and stuff. But yeah, we start talking about the Australia round, because we're laughing about the like we're talking about the thing that came up in training, and then like yeah, it's funny, but yeah, was happy with the win, and was nice to get one win there, and it got me into the top 4. But yeah, I will not react to the other games because I think the video would be way too long if that were to be the case. But yeah, we will get on to the bracket of what actually happened. So spoilers, of course, but I mean, this video is of course going to have spoilers. So yeah, Mada beat Stefan to get to me. I guess I'll just talk about every game that happened. Lenley versus Harrier. I think Harrier was the favourite on paper, but it was a very close game going 3-2. Captain Pan, pretty big upset, I would say, in terms of standing. Kratu Clement, very close matchup as well. Then Blinky Kratu, I mean, it's Blinky, it's hard to beat him. And then, yeah, me versus Mada. Contest Lenley played very well. Yeah, not much else to say other than that. Then Debray played very well. I was going to say Debray played well. But yeah, I mean, Pan had a pretty good performance overall, I would say. Getting like, cause I think he was like the lowest seed or second lowest seed. But yeah, pretty big win over Captain. And then yeah, I mean, the me versus Blinky game, I was just falling asleep. Like, I mean, it's like Blinky played so well that if I wasn't falling asleep, it's like I still lose, but like I don't get 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. Like he played incredibly. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'd have at least gotten like a point or two off of him if I wasn't falling asleep. But I definitely need to work on well, I mean, I don't know how to necessarily work on it, but I need to put a focus on not becoming tired. But I have some sleeping issues, we'll say, that hamper any efforts for that. So yeah, a very long event where we're sitting in very uncomfortable chairs the entire day is not ideal. But hopefully the World Championship doesn't have a similar thing with 2 games in the one day or whatever, or just playing, because like this was like what wait, was that actually 4 o'clock? Yeah, I guess it was. And the first game was at 12:45. But we were there since like 10 a.m. or something. But yeah. Then the Lenley versus Debray game. Yeah, I mean, Debray played incredibly. Lenley played decently, but yeah, I mean, Debray was kind of unstoppable this weekend, wasn't he? But yeah, then the third place game, me versus Lenley. I trolled a little bit. I mean, Lenley played pretty well, but I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I was even more tired for this game. Like the second moving game, I think I probably should have won if I didn't just make the same mistake that I did in Malaysia in the Road to World Cup series, and also didn't misremember the. Well, no, I like remembered the Alberta area code, the 780, for like North Alberta, but I just like clicked max south on it because like before I saw the area code, I was, okay, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna click Red Deer. And then when I saw the area code, I was like, okay, Red Deer's in the area code. I'm still gonna send Red Deer. But yeah, I don't know why I clicked max out in the area code, but I think I probably, yeah, because like it went around them, right? So if I have a little bit more HP, then I might have survived. We'll say. But yeah, I still probably missed the Colo. Wait, which one did Colo incident? I'm not sure if it was this first or second game. But the Colo on Mexico incident where I didn't see the electricity counter because I was too focused on reaching guess in Colombia. But I don't know, maybe I don't miss it if I'm not tired, but I definitely think it at least goes to NPC because of the moving game. I don't know if I win the no-move games, but yeah. I mean, Lenley, of course, is very hard to beat in NPC, but in the Road to World Cup or Road to EMEA Major Series, I beat him in the NPC there. So, yeah, anything's possible, even though he is the big favorite. I would have liked to have at least won the moving game due to not being tired, and then maybe we get a coin flip on NPC or something. So, was definitely could have gone a little bit better, but he played the no moves pretty much flawlessly. Like, it was going to be hard to beat him in those no matter what. But as I said with the moving, then yeah. Then we had the Blinky versus Debris series, and yeah, I mean, Blinky very hard to beat in moving, of course, but Debris played very well in the no move, and then there was a Fire NPC game with 2 rounds in it. Yeah, it was a very diabolical last round, but it was a very nice guess from Debris to win the event with it. But yeah, I will show you what that has done to the world standings. So Debris got 40 points, so it's up to here. Blinky got 25 points. I was kind of hoping that Blinky would get the 40 points because it would mean that I don't. I'll show you in the bracket in a second, but yeah, Lenley now qualified, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard. And then Clement won the tournament, the wildcard tournament, so he is also qualified. So he needs to this needs to be updated. So, but you can no longer access this page from clicking on the website. You have to have the URL. So I assume they're in the process of updating that, I think. And yeah, so those are the standings. I finished in 10th overall, which is pretty good. If I win the last game, I get up to I get 10 more points, right? So I guess I'm. Wait, do I actually get to 6th? Wait. I guess I do. Wait. Yeah, I could have been really high. I don't know if that's actually good for me though. But let's say I was 6th. Yeah, I guess I'm playing 3rd then. So yeah, I guess I probably should have maybe wanted to win this game. A lot. But I mean, I don't think it matters too much. Because yeah, I still would have played Debris. But actually, yeah, I would have been 6th, right? Yeah, I didn't think I would have been, but it makes sense, I guess, in hindsight. Yeah, I guess I'd be playing Lenley again, which would be kind of funny. So if I beat Lenley, I'd play him again instantly. Actually, no, because he'd be lower down. Never mind. It would be someone else. But yeah, so this is what the bracket has happened, or has happened to the bracket. I think this is accurate. It's the most likely bracket anyway. So first seed plays 16th, which I will assume will be the Danish wildcard, but we're not 100% certain as to how how Clement versus Jamabi versus Danish wildcard will be seeded, but I would assume Clement gets the highest seed because the wildcard tournament is in theory the highest skill level, and then the open major, and then the Danish wildcard. So I think that makes sense. So my first match will be against Lero. So yeah, I mean, Lero is very hard to beat in no move and an NPC. But I think moving, I do have the advantage. So the plan would be to win both moving games and hopefully win one of the 3 other games. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. But then if I make it past Lero, then I have Blinky. So yeah, based off of this will be tricky enough. But there's a few months. There's a month and I guess a month and 20 days of preparation. Based off of if I guess the flight would be 20 something of August. But there's some time. But yeah, Blinky round 2, not the most ideal, but there's always next year, of course. But I mean, Blinky lost to Debris. Like Blinky is like unbeatable in moving, but like as Debris proved, like if you beat him in no moves and the NPCs, like you can definitely do it, right? So it's possible. But I qualified, and that's what matters for now. But yeah, I would probably prefer like a group stage or a double elimination bracket or something along those lines. So maybe they'll do that next year, because I don't know, single elim seems a bit tough. Like Jamabi could be the second best player in the tournament. Like let's say Jamabi loses 3-2 to Blinky, and then Blinky 3-0s everybody else. It's like, okay, Jamabi had the second best performance in the tournament, theoretically, right? So it's just like, he shouldn't get, he shouldn't have a last place finish. He should have a chance to come through the lower bracket if he's playing well enough to 3-2 Blinky, or to lose 2-3 to Blinky. So I definitely think a double elimination or something like a group stage would be more ideal. But yeah, do I have anything else to say about that? I think that's it. I mean, I'm excited for the event. I will be doing a lot of practice, hopefully. I'll probably have maybe a Road to World Cup series again against all the players. I never actually got to play against Lero because he was unable to the day. And then maybe a Road to Danish wildcard as well. But not certain about that yet. And yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say, but the Q&A, I suppose, I need to mention again. So yeah, join the Discord if you have any questions you would like to submit for that. And yeah, I guess that is it for the video. So hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye bye and peace.